Autolite and its 98,000 dealers bring you Mr. Jeff Chandler in tonight's presentation of Suspense.
Tonight, Autolite presents a true story. The report of two murders and the heroic man responsible for these necessary atrocities. It's called Death at Skirkerud Pond. Our star, Mr. Jeff Chandler.
$100,000 in cash. This is Harlow Wilcox asking if you've signed up for the great Autolite family charity drawing. $100,000 will be given away to the churches, hospitals, or other recognized local or national charities picked by the 25 persons selected in this huge drawing. And there's no obligation except writing your name and address. Before we tell you how to enter, here's what Mr. Bruce Palmer, Executive Chairman of the United Defense Fund, has to say about this Autolite family drawing.
Well, this offer deserves the attention of everyone interested in helping his fellow man. I hope that the United Defense Fund, which includes the USO activities, will benefit too. But no matter what your favorite charity, I urge you to enter this Autolite drawing.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Friends, just visit any of the following Autolite family car dealer showrooms: DeSoto, Hudson, Plymouth, Studebaker, Dodge, Willis, Nash, Packard, Kaiser, or Chrysler. Fill out the registration form at any of these dealers, and you may help your favorite recognized charity get a major share of $100,000.
And now, Autolite presents transcribed Death at Skirkerud Pond, a true story, starring Mr. Jeff Chandler as Arnie, hoping once again to keep you in suspense.
Mother.
Who is it? Who is there? George? Oh! Son! Son!
It's all right. You're hurt. Blood. Listen. Train whistle. Do you hear it?
Yes? And the train is not moving. You and the blood, and the train is not moving, but screams like something...
Close the door. Close the door and I'll tell you.
Yes.
Train full of Nazis.
George, do you hear me?
I'm not badly hurt, Father.
Let me see. No, you're not. Seems, yes, the bullet has gone through your shoulder and the blood you've lost.
Get him up. Get him from the floor.
Yes. Put your arm about my neck, George. And I hear. Now, what have you done?
I've helped to blow up a train. A Nazi troop train.
And in running away, you were shot.
Yes.
Let him alone.
Arnie. Come in, Arnie. He's there.
How are you, George?
Weak. That's all.
You were recognized, George.
I'm sorry.
Can you walk?
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Then come. Come on. I'll help you. Mr. Hellman, Mrs. Hellman. We're taking him out of the country. First to a doctor and then outside. The underground.
The underground.
When there's victory, Mother. Papa.
No! Get out!
Miklas.
Let them go. Let them go.
There was a trail of blood. I followed it here.
Come. We'll go back to bed.
To shiver with fright.
Yes.
Go to bed and stare at the dark and wait for the knock on the door and the Gestapo. Stare in the dark and think gambits. Think of clever things to say to the Gestapo, such as what? My son, a member of the underground? My son? Surely there is a mistake. Or I have no son, Lieutenant. Therefore you cannot arrest me for something this boy has done. Will these be your thoughts too, Anna, when you go to bed?
The same.
For surely they will come. There will come a knock on the door, and they will drag us from our home and send us where? Perhaps to Germany and Dakawana to burn.
Miklas,
Eh?
these are the thoughts I have.
Because of our son. Anna, because of our son.
Yes,
Now he's been recognized, and he said
yes,
they will come here.
they will come. We can go to bed now and stare at the dark. At least now we know this will be the last time.
No!
What are you doing?
Quiet! Well, 1,000 kroner. This is all the money in the house?
Yes, but the bank, we have so much more.
12,000 kroner. Suddenly I am a pauper. Anna,
What is it?
your jewelry, get it.
But why?
All of it. Get your things together. We're getting out of here, across the border. They'll take us across the underground. They have to, they have to. You understand me, Annie? You are the patriots. And you, the sellers of freedom, and Mrs. Hellman and I have come to bargain and buy.
I've told you, the borders are closed. The Nazi patrols swarm. I don't know, Mr. Hellman.
You don't know. Your underground has helped hundreds to escape, less worthy, yet you balk at us. Why?
What do you think, Hanson?
I think this, Arnie. The Gestapo has searched for us 2 years now. These people coming here have made it easy for them. Let's have nothing to do with them.
And I think this. If you do not help us, if you do not lead us across the border into Sweden, then I will report you to the Gestapo. I personally will tell them who you are, where you hide.
No, wait. No, he did not mean that. My husband, Miklas, did not.
You heard him.
He did not mean it. He is frightened, and he is desperate, and he does not know what he said.
Do not beg of them, Anna. We are not their beggars.
Please, Miklas. I will not beg. I will tell them of us. 30 years we have lived in your country, Mr. Arne, Mr. Hansen, with pride, with respect, with love for the things of your country. And because my son has spilled blood for this country, we now must flee it and begin another life. And we are not young. But we are rich, and we will pay you well for this new life, more than any of the others. We are rich. We will pay you well.
We are not in this to make profit on sorrow, Mrs. Hellman.
Heroes, then, is what you are.
Listen to me.
It's not good, Arnie. I tell you, it's not good.
Listen to me. This new life you want, it lies through bitter wilderness and savage hardships and swamp and cold.
Be eloquent, Arnie. Be eloquent. Let the words spill slow and thoughtful from your mouth while the Gestapo searches for us, for you, and comes nearer and nearer.
We could try, Hanson.
How?
I know a way through the forest, a way unused before, where Skirkerud Pond is. Maybe we could... Yes, I think we could.
Good. Then it is settled. You see, Anna, it is simply a matter of bargaining. One knows how to bargain. One lives.
Get your things together. We're getting out right now. Quickly.
At your command, Annie. At your command.
Wait for us.
Wait here, Hanson. I'll go back to them. What's the matter?
I cannot go, Father. I cannot.
We have to keep going, Mrs.
You
Hellman.
heard her. We will rest here.
Listen to me. It's taken us almost 7 hours to go 3 miles. There are still 20 miles to the Swedish border, and there are Nazi patrols. It will be light in an hour.
You take us for animals, for beasts? We will rest here and we will eat something. You hear me? We will rest and we will eat. Where is the food?
Hanson,
Arnie, we've got to keep moving.
we're going to rest here for a while. Get some of the food out of your pack.
Look,
Get
Arnie.
it. Here, take this, Mrs. Hellman. Mr. Hellman.
This is food? This that one throws to pigs, leavings of the gutter? This you ask us to eat?
It's all we have. You want it?
No. No. I have much better here. Here in my flask.
Get up. Get up. It is nearly light and 20 miles to go.
No.
A patrol will be by here soon. We're still...
Live with it then, Annie. We cannot move.
You must. In this way, you endanger the lives of hundreds of others. You destroy the underground. You play into Nazi
And
hands.
if we do, I will save my life and my wife's life. For what I can tell them.
All right, we rest here. We will rest here for a while.
Thoughtful hero. Generous hero.
Hanson, come over here. Hanson.
Yes?
They can destroy us and the underground. The lives of other men and women who believe with us.
Yes.
Destroy what their own son has fought for and bled.
Yes.
Enemies, then.
Yes.
We are at war.
I have thought these things. When I carried her on my back, and then him. And I wondered how long for you to think also.
Now. There's a rock under the snow there, Hanson. Take it from the snow. And this one for me.
And when we are across the border, Miklas, they will be for us.
What are you?
Old man who is dead. And with you, your old woman. And I am sorry.
And for them, a border reached. And an end to wilderness. And freedom. Vast stillness. Understand, old man, old woman. The only stillness we can give you. Because this time is what it is. It is done, Hanson. Now quickly we go home.
Autolite is bringing you Mr. Jeff Chandler in Death at Skirkerud Pond. Tonight's presentation in radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense.
Say, Harlow, who gets that big Autolite salute tonight?
Well, Hap, tonight it's our privilege to honor distinguished truck manufacturing members of the Autolite family, and along with them, the entire trucking industry.
It covers a lot of ground, Harlow.
And so do America's trucks, Hap. Over 90 billion miles last year alone. Why, Hap, do you know that trucks move more tons of goods than any other form of transportation?
Yes, Harlow, and did you know that the trucking industry recently celebrated its 50th anniversary of service to America?
Right, and during those 50 years, our trucks have become marvels of ruggedness and dependability. That's due to the unique design and manufacturing skills of the truck manufacturers we salute tonight.
And let's not forget the men who drive those trucks, Harlow. They've got the world's finest safety record.
They sure do, Hap, and that's another reason why Autolite wishes to take this opportunity to express appreciation for our many years of close association to truck manufacturer members of the Autolite family and their dealers everywhere.
And now, Autolite brings back to our Hollywood soundstage Mr. Jeff Chandler of Death at Skirkerud Pond, a true story, well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Do not drink alone, Arnie. Drink with me.
Yes, Helga.
Victory drink, Arnie. For the end to war and again a time of peace we once knew. And you and my brother, Sven Hansen, to live as you were meant to live. The bells of our village, the small bells and the great, you hear them, Arnie?
Yes, as once long ago they rang.
To you, Arnie, and to my brother,
To your brother, Sven Hansen.
who is brave and a good man, and who fought for us, for the women and the children of women, who fought and bled and blessed us again with peace. My brother and you, Arnie.
There were others.
My brother and you. Drink with me, Arnie.
And may I also drink to you, Arnie? As Helga drinks to you? As all do in your house.
Oh, you are welcome here, Kurt. Drink, dance, whatever thing your joy will ask.
To you, Arnie. And to your fine house and your warm friends. But I look about and I do not see a certain warm friend, soldier friend, underground friend.
Oh, who?
The friend of the sabotaged train of many years ago. The friend George Hellman. Where is he, Arnie?
I don't know.
And a lost son brings to mind the father and the mother. The old people and their money. Jewels they had, it is said, and many kroner. And now the old people are lost. And there is wonder of them. And you have fine things in your house. The kroner, Arnie. The kroner and jewels of the Hellmans. Where, Arnie? That you bought with them? The lamp? And that? The silver? And now I must teach you another thing. Not to lay your murderer's hands upon me. Enough. Arnie. Enough.
Get out. Get out of my house. Sven.
Yes?
The old days.
Dead.
The old days of war and shouts and sobbings.
Dead. Many years now.
Of underground, an explosion bright as sunburst. A child crying alone in a snowfield. Wandering alone in a snowfield.
They are dead. You hear me, Arnie? The old days are dead. Forgotten.
Helga.
Quickly, I have brought you extra clothing and food.
Why, Helga? Why do you...
The body of Miklas Hellman and of Anna, the old woman, his wife. A villager found them at Skirkerud Pond. He's gone to the police.
You bring clothes and food for us? Why?
Warrants have been issued for the arrest of their murderers.
It was not murder.
It is what they have named it.
And they, too, have forgotten the old days, the days of war.
They call it murder. I've told you.
I'll tell them.
Run, hide.
No.
Take my brother with you and go.
I'll tell them what happened. I'll convince them.
You'll not convince them. These are other days, and they have forgotten how it was.
Sven and I did what had to be done. There was no shame in it.
Then tell Sven to go, my brother. Tell him.
Sven.
What you say, Arnie, that I will do. As in the old days.
Go, Sven. Go.
What Arnie said. There was no shame in it. It was a thing of war, of need.
Then we stay. Let them come.
Arnie Leuken, how do you plead?
I confess freely to having caused the death of Mr. and Mrs. Hellman. However, to the charge of murder, I plead not guilty.
And Sven Hansen, how do you plead?
I was with Arnie Leuken. The Hellmans died because of me. Yet I did not commit murder. There was nothing else we could do, so we did it.
Why couldn't you let them try to reach the border themselves?
They would never have made it.
Oh, come now, Mr. Hanson. Men have crossed Greenland on foot.
Those old people...
Consider what you have said. Those old people. Yet you killed them. Something obscene.
Not so! There is nothing else we could do. Nor could they have crossed another 100 yards on foot.
That, of course, is your opinion. I suggest, Mr. Hanson, that you had other motives that made it necessary to kill. I suggest that these motives correspond with that which is most base.
Because the war is over, because the mass killing is done, and the death of 2 solitary people is important. It's forgotten now that the Hellmans were our enemy as surely as...
Enemy? How? How?
They would have betrayed us. It would have meant the end of the whole underground.
Which, of course, is conjecture. Mr. Loiken. Arne Loiken, tell me a thing. It concerns motive, Mr. Loiken.
I told you.
It concerns motive, Mr. Loiken. Both you and Mr. Hanson have repeatedly stated that your only motive was to silence the Hellmans. Is that correct?
Yes.
Truly?
Yes.
Not to rob them?
No.
Not to rob this unfortunate couple of the money they had brought with them?
No.
Nor their jewels? Nor their jewels, Mr. Loiken? Mr. Loiken?
Forgotten.
What?
Days of wrath. The days of how long ago, Mr. Prosecutor, when death leaned close to every man and beckoned. When death was a Nazi, when to trick the brown-shirted man with a club was...
You are quite right, sir. It was long ago. Now it is done with. Now the return to dignity, which is why you are here. Prosecutor respectfully requests the court to grant recess until tomorrow.
Court will adjourn until tomorrow.
And struck them down in cold blood. Then did you or did you not go through their belongings and search for the money? Over 100,000 kroner.
No.
You did not go through their belongings?
We searched them for papers. We wanted to destroy their papers so they could not be identified if they were found.
And you found the money?
And we found the money.
And not being murderers, not being killers with malicious motives, rather gentle people, layers to rest of old folk who by some misadventure of age happen not to be able to walk 20 miles. Therefore, you did not take the money.
What do you want me to say? What?
That you did not take the money.
We took the money.
Oh?
We took the money. There was not a lot of it, only 12,000 kroner. Listen.
The real motive, then.
Listen to me.
Silence them, take their money, throw them into the lake.
That is not true.
Well, then forgive me. Which part of it is not true? That you did not take their money? That you did not throw them in the lake? That you did not kill them?
Listen.
Kill them. There will be silence in my courtroom. Kill them. Who is it who speaks? Olson. Knut Olson, and well you know me.
And since it is you, respected citizen, there is no need to tell you that as a spectator...
No longer spectator, sir. Man with compulsion to speak certain facts. I request permission to address the court.
Very well.
Killed them, I say. These 2 men killed the Hellmans, took their lives from them. No doubt of it.
Mr. Olson...
Mr. Olson, mark what you've said, sir. Mr. The cue to it all. And what was my fanciful name when there was war here? Myself, I can hardly remember. Avenger, was it? Or Snowhawk? I cannot remember all of them. Code names that changed each week. Head of the underground myself with childish names to help fight a war. To shield me so to live a little
All of
longer.
those here remember that you were...
Heroic? Did you want to say that? A soldier, fighter for liberty? No less than these 2 men who killed. Heroes, soldiers, fighters for liberty, killed because they were under orders to kill those who brought liberty into jeopardy. And I gave those orders. This is what I needed to say.
The prisoners will face the jury.
Foreman, has your jury reached a verdict?
Yes, sir, we have. On the charge of murder of Mr. and Mrs. Miklas Hellman, we find the defendants, Arnie Leuken and Sven Hansen, not guilty.
It is customary, sir, that the accused, upon his acquittal, offer thanks to the foreman of the jury which tried him. So I wish to do this thing. From my heart, I thank you. And this, too, I must say. What happened at Skirkerud Pond, what was done there, was done on the face of a bleeding world, a world at war. I was caught up in it, and Sven, and those two old people, and you, and all of us. Now it is done. A trial was held here today, proof that humanity is with us again. I will go home now and make prayer. Let no one ever be called upon to do what I did. Let the world live in peace.
Suspense. Presented by Autolite. Tonight's star, Mr. Jeff Chandler.
This is Harlow Wilcox again. Don't forget, you may help your favorite church, hospital, March of Dimes, United Defense Fund, or any other local or national charity to share in the $100,000 Autolite Family Charity Drawing. If you're one of 25 persons selected, you will name any recognized charity you wish for a big share of this huge sum. There's nothing to buy, write, or solve. So if you're 18 years or over, visit any of the following dealer showrooms: DeSoto, Hudson, Plymouth, Studebaker, Dodge, Willis, Nash, Packard, Kaiser, or Chrysler. Fill out a registration form and have the dealer sign it. That's all, but your favorite charity may have you to thank for a big part of $100,000. Those dealers are DeSoto, Hudson, Plymouth, Studebaker, Dodge, Willis, Nash, Packard, Kaiser, or Chrysler. Help your favorite charity. Sign up tomorrow.
Next week, we will dramatize an astounding experience. A man and a machine flung at a barrier of sound. It's called The Outer Limit. Our star, Mr. William Holden. That's next week on Suspense. Suspense is transcribed and directed by Elliott Lewis, with music composed by Lucien Morawick and conducted by Luskin. Death at Skirkerud Pond was adapted for Suspense by Morton Fine and David Friedkin, with James P. Cavanaugh from Theodore Olson's report. Featured in tonight's cast were Paula Winslow, Herb Butterfield, Kathy Lewis, Byron Kane, Lou Merrill, Jack Crucian, Joseph Kearns, and Herb Ellis.
Jeff Chandler may currently be seen co-starring with Maureen O'Hara in Universal International's Technicolor production, War Arrow.
And remember, next week, Mr. William Holden in The Outer Limit.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
And now, tonight's presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, Suspense. Tonight, we bring you a classic short story by James Thurber. So now, starring Mr. John Daner, here is our suspense play, A Friend to Alexander.
I've taken to dreaming about Aaron Burr every night.
What for?
How do I know what for? What for, the woman says.
You do look tired, Harry.
Well, a session like I had last night is worse than no sleep at all. I should look tired.
Aaron Burr. He's a funny person to be dreaming about nowadays. I mean, with all the talk about the A-bombs and the H-bombs and the election and everything. I wish you'd go see Dr. Fox.
Oh, nonsense.
Well, maybe you need some different vitamins. Or maybe some of those new pills. Those, Starax, Aratrix. What do they call them again?
Reserpine, chlorpromazine, one of the tranquilizers?
No, it's another name.
Oh, Ataraxix.
Oh, that's
Ataraxix, tranquilizers, all the same thing.
Well, maybe you need some of those. They're supposed to do wonders for people.
All I need is to stop seeing Aaron Burr every time I close my eyes.
I don't see why you see him in your dreams. Where do you see him?
Oh, places, maybe Washington Square, Bowling Green, or on Broadway.
Right here in town? How odd.
Well, he lived in New York, you know. I'll be talking to a woman in a Victoria, or a woman holding a white lace parasol.
Oh?
And suddenly there's Burr, bowing, smiling, and smelling like a carnation.
Harry, will you get me a cigarette, please?
Sure. He'll be telling us stories about France and getting off his insults. Here you are, Bess. Hey, when did you start smoking before breakfast?
Just hold the light where I can reach it, please.
All right.
Who is the woman in the Victoria, Harry?
What?
That you dream about?
Oh, how do I know people in dreams? They're nobody at all, or they're everybody.
You see Aaron Burr, plainly enough. I mean, he isn't nobody or everybody.
All right, but I don't know who the woman is. Maybe it's Madame Jumel or Mittens Willett or a girl I knew in high school. It's not important.
Who is Mittens Willett?
Well, she was a famous actress 75 years ago or so. She's buried in an old cemetery on 2nd Avenue.
Oh, goodness, you're so well read. It's very sad about Mittens Willett, isn't it?
Why? Why is it?
Well, I mean, she probably died young. Almost all women did in those days. Oh, Harry, please, don't pace back and forth like that.
You know what he did? I was standing talking to Alexander Hamilton, and Burr stepped up and slapped him in the face.
Alexander Hamilton? My goodness.
Yes, and then when I looked at Hamilton, who do you suppose he was?
I don't know, dear. Who was he?
He was my brother. The one who was killed by that drunk in the cemetery.
Just stand aside there, fellow.
Huh? Why? Why should I?
Perhaps you don't recognize a former officer of the Revolutionary Army and a United States Senator.
I recognize you all right, Burr. You may have been an officer, but Washington hated you. And as for winning that election for my friend's father-in-law, well, I'll bet there was something crooked about the way the ballots were counted.
More bacon, Harry? Another egg?
Huh?
Did the Giants win last night? It is the Giants you like, isn't it?
I wish he'd go back to France and stay there.
Who, dear?
Who do you think?
Oh, you mean Aaron Burr. Did you dream about him again? I don't see why you dream about him all the time. Don't you think you ought to take some luminol?
No. Last night he kept shoving Alexander around.
Alexander?
Hamilton. I certainly know him well enough by this time to call him by his first name. He hides behind my coattails every night, practically.
Oh, Harry, dear, you shouldn't dwell on your nightmares or whatever they are.
Ooh, that's what they are. There's no mistake about it.
We ought to get out in the country over the weekend. Why don't we go to the old Drover's Inn? You like it there.
Hamilton has not only become my brother Walter, but practically every guy I ever really liked. Well, that's just natural, I guess.
Well, of course it is, dear. Harry, I do wish you'd go to Dr. Fox.
I'm going to the zoo and feed popcorn to the rhinoceros. That makes things seem all right. For a little while, anyway. Oh, you're not going through with it, Burr?
Certainly I'm going through with it. He accepted the challenge.
But Mr. Hamilton had no intention of harming you. He just proved that.
Your friend brought this on himself, fellow. Hamilton called me, and I use his own words, a dangerous man of whom I could detail a more despicable opinion. Well, let this be a warning that Aaron Burr brooks insult from no man.
No! No, Burr! Alexander, look out! He's going to... Oh, no!
Harry!
Oh,
Harry! Dear,
no!
wake up! Wake up, dear!
Oh, Bess, find the light, please.
Harry!
Bess.
Oh, you frightened me so. Yes, there. Oh, dear. What was it?
Burr got him. He got Alexander. Oh, Bess, that dirty rotten...
Harry,
rotten.
let me hold you. It's all right, dear. It's all right. It was just another nightmare, but it's all
Alexander,
right now.
he just fired into the air. He fired into the air and smiled at him, just like Walter, and then...
There, Harry.
Oh.
There's some Nematols in the door here.
And then Burr, that fiend, he took deliberate aim. I saw him take deliberate aim, and he killed poor Alexander in cold blood.
Here, take this, Harry. Then you'll be able to go back to sleep.
Yeah. Well, I ran to Alexander, but he was dead. There was just nothing I could do.
You better take another, dear. Two won't hurt you.
And then Burr swaggered over. He's always a nasty, sneering, foppish man, and he stood over us, and he actually laughed, and I looked down at Alexander. And his face was Walter's face.
Oh, Harry.
It
Harry,
was
darling. Look, I'm going to stay here with you for the rest of the night. Everything will be all right, and we'll go and see the doctor tomorrow.
Now, just what seems to be the trouble, Mr. Andrews?
Nothing seems to be the trouble.
He has nightmares, Dr. Fox.
Oh, I see. You look a little underweight, perhaps. Are you eating well, Mr. Andrews? Getting enough exercise?
I'm not underweight. I eat the way I always have and get the same exercise.
Now, Harry, your appetite certainly isn't good in the morning.
Well, naturally not in the morning.
You see, Doctor, I think he's worried about something because he always has this same dream.
Same dream, eh?
It's about his brother Walter, who was killed in a cemetery by a drunken man. Only it isn't really about him. It's Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton.
Mm-hmm. Well, very few people are actually killed in cemeteries. Would you mind stepping into the next room, Mr. Andrews? May as well begin with the electrocardiograph and proceed with basal metabolism, cranial microcardiogram. Now. And so, from what we can determine thus far, I think we can say that you're in tip-top shape, Mr. Andrews.
I make it a point to keep in shape.
I very much doubt that the lab will turn up anything. Meanwhile, we know that the heart of yours is fine, sound as a dollar.
Oh, Harry, that's wonderful news.
Even sounder, I might say. If my bent was toward economics rather than medicine. The pills I gave you will fix up any temporary difficulty you may experience in falling asleep.
Well, it wasn't the falling asleep, Dr. Fox. It was what happened after he got there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you might call me in a week or so, Mr. Andrews.
Yeah, I'll do that. Come on, Bess.
Goodbye, Doctor, and thank you so much.
Not at all. Nice to see both of you.
Well, I hope you're satisfied. There's nothing the matter with me at all.
I'm glad your heart's so fine. He said it was fine, you know.
Well, sure, it's fine. Everything's fine.
And I was thinking, dear, now that Alexander Hamilton is dead, you won't see anything more of Aaron Burr.
And the man says, I quit because I couldn't stand the cooking odor.
Oh, Mr. Andrews, how priceless.
Yeah, I thought it was rather funny myself.
I fail to see the humor. I thought it rather coarse.
Oh, it's you, Burr.
Why don't you leave, my good man?
I'll leave after I've had a talk with you, maybe, not before.
I see. Lovely ladies, will you excuse me for a moment?
Certainly, Mr. Burr. Come, ladies.
Now, my good man.
And don't you, my good man, me, you murderer.
I presume you refer to the affair of honor in which I engaged Hamilton?
You know darn well I do.
Let me say merely that had I been called a murderer by one more nearly my equal, I should deal with him as I dealt with Hamilton. Just who are you, anyway, ubiquitous clod?
I am Henry Andrews. Harry to my friends. I'm an architect.
An architect. And you presume to converse with a soldier, a barrister, the second highest elective officer of the Republic, and a gentleman.
Well, you may be all those things except the last one, but you disobeyed your superiors in the Army. As far as I'm concerned, your kind of lawyers are on an ethical level with jockeys. You're vice president, all right enough, but you tried to double-cross Jefferson so you'd get the top job. And don't go calling yourself a gentleman, because you deliberately shot Alexander after he had fired his bullet into the air.
But I fired mine with my eyes closed.
You what?
Certainly. Or as my French friends say, certainement.
Oh, and incidentally, don't you and your French friends try any funny business with that Mexican conquest and settlement deal either. You're liable to end up in court on a charge of treason.
We were discussing my marksmanship. Let me inform you that I have upon occasion hit the ace of spades at 30 paces, blindfolded.
I'll bet.
If you were not so far beneath me, I would send my seconds to call upon you. Henceforth, be on your good behavior, fellow. Or I shall have one of my lackeys give you a taste of the riding crop.
More coffee, Harry? Harry!
Bess, don't! Don't do that.
But you were a million miles away.
No, I wasn't. I've been sitting right here.
Did you have another dream about that man?
Oh, I wish I'd never told you about it. Just forget it, will you?
I can't forget it with you going on this way. Harry, I think you ought to see a psychiatrist.
Oh, they're all quacks, a pack of quacks. Dr. Fox told you I was all right.
What does he do now?
What does who do now?
Aaron Burr.
Oh, well, he goes around bragging that he dueled Hamilton with his eyes closed. Furthermore, since you asked me, he jostles me at parties now.
Harry, I've simply got to get you away from here. Maybe if you slept someplace else for a few nights.
What place else?
Well, why don't we go to the country for the weekend? Let's go to Lime Rock Lodge.
Well, if we're going to the country, why don't we visit the Crowleys? You like them, don't you?
Oh, of course I do.
Bob has a pistol. And we could do a little target shooting.
Well, what do you want to shoot a pistol for? I should think you'd want to get away from that.
Yeah, sure. I just might have figured out how to get away from it.
Sister, 50 times just as fast as you can. Aha. That's the secret of a martini, boy.
Well, nobody makes them like you, Bob.
Thank you. Bess.
Oh, thanks.
Alice.
Thank you, darling.
There you are, Harry.
Thank you, Bob.
Aha. Well, here's a go.
Down the hatch.
Cheers.
Well, how you been, boy?
Oh, never better, Bob. Never better. Gee, it's good to be here.
Oh, a nice, peaceful weekend is just what Harry needs.
We were so pleased when you called. We've simply been vegetating. The servants are getting fed up with taking care of just the two of us.
Oh, do you still have Madison and Clefito?
Oh, of course.
They are so priceless.
Yes, indeed. Been busy, Harry?
No, not too. Did a big provincial house out in Southampton. We got a 26-story office building on the boards.
Wow, and he says he hasn't been too busy.
Oh, you ought to see the building. I mean, it's going to be all bronze and acrobatic glass.
Huh?
Excuse me while I kiss my wife. She means with actinic glass and copper, dear, but I wouldn't know what to do without her.
Oh, you kids, you don't change a bit.
You're married 14 years and still on a honeymoon.
It's 15, isn't it, dear?
Yep.
Well, How about refills? Can't let the eyes dilute the vermouth.
Oh, as soon as I check Clothita on dinner, dear. Oh, want to come out to the kitchen and say hello to her, Bess?
I'd love to. Don't you boys go drinking our dividends.
Oh, lots more where that came from. Oh, here you are, boy.
These are the greatest.
Thank you.
How's it with you, Bob?
Oh, couldn't be better. At least now that you're here. Kind of a lonesome grind finishing the book.
Yeah, I'll bet. You got it all buttoned up?
Well, just about. Excuse me for bringing it up, Harry, but you feeling better about Walter now?
Oh, yeah. It was just one of those things. No use brooding about it, I guess. The guy who killed him is put away.
Sure. Oh, I know how tough it was, but now you've got the right slant on it. Yeah. Well, sir, what can we offer you in the way of a pleasant weekend?
Just what you always give us, some relaxation. The first thing I want is a good night's sleep.
Oh, well, this is the place to get it. Come on, drink up there, sir.
Sure. Hey, you still fool around with your target pistols?
Yeah, every once in a while. I got me a pip of a set, new ones, the latest.
Let's try them out tomorrow. See if you can teach me to hit a barn door or something.
Hey, yaha! That's pretty good, Harry. Come on over, take a look.
Better, huh?
Oh.
You think I'm getting the hang of it now?
Sure you are. All 6 shots from the tree and 2 of them on the target yet.
Hey, they are at that.
Well, not exactly bullseyes, but look, this one's just a shade above the outside ring.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Sure.
Bob, would you say that bullseye's about the height of a fairly short man's heart?
Well, just about.
Okay, I want to try something. 1, 2, 3.
Well, what are you up to, boy?
5.
What's
6,
the idea?
7, 8.
Well, what are you going to do?
9, 10.
Hey!
Any of them hit the target?
Hit the target, man. If I hadn't flattened 2 of them, it'd hit me. What do you think you're doing?
Well, isn't that the way they used to pace off in the old days when they fought duels?
Well, I guess so, but whew, you gave me a scare.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were standing so
that's
close.
Okay. Well, come to think of it, Harry, I don't think they paced off with the gun held straight up in the air like you did. I think they kept their arm hanging, straight down.
Oh?
Yeah.
1, 2,
Harry,
3,
no, don't
4,
try it again
5,
for the love of...
6,
Hey, Harry, no,
9,
don't.
10. Any of them on target?
How can I tell if they're on the target when... Hey, look, Harry, never close your eyes. Never fire with your eyes closed.
Well, I just thought I'd try it that way.
Good Lord, man, come on, give me that gun, will you?
Well, sure, here. I guess I need more practice.
Not with me standing around. Well, come on, let's get back to the house and shake up a drink. Boy, I've got the jumps.
I sure do. I need a lot more practice.
As I so aptly put it to General Arnold at Quebec, a defensive strategy may save men, but an offensive force wins the battle.
That's why I hate you, Burr. Human lives mean nothing to you.
Observe now who says he hates me. Henry Andrews. One Henry Andrews, an architect.
Look, don't you ever push me again.
One Henry Andrews, an architect. A menial laborer.
Now, you just wait a minute. You have to go to college to be an architect, you know.
I fail to recall the subject on the curriculum at the College of New Jersey, where I matriculated.
Well, maybe they didn't teach it there, but look what College of New Jersey turned out to be. Princeton. And you're bragging.
May I remind you of your previous conversation? The one in which I discussed my unerring marksmanship?
May I remind you that you killed my friend Alexander?
A friend to Alexander. Use care, my man. The phrase might well make an epitaph.
Well, challenge me. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you.
Harry!
I dare you, Burr. I dare you.
Please, wake up, dear! Harry!
Bess, don't shake me like that.
Darling, you were practically shouting. And it's only 4:00. You wake Bob and Alice.
One Henry Andrews, an architect. That's what he calls me now.
Oh, I hoped you weren't going to dream about him anymore. I thought if I brought you up here, you
It's him or me, Bess. I can't stand this forever.
Oh, neither can I, Harry.
Oh, Bess, dear, it's all right. I'm sorry. Look, honey, you go back to sleep and forget the whole thing. It'll be daylight soon. I'm going to sneak out very quietly and get some air.
Bob?
Yes, Alice, I'm awake. I heard them.
Not again.
I'm afraid so. He's out there peppering away at that doggone tart.
We better get up, Bob. Go out and get him, and I'll put on some coffee.
Yeah, he'll need some. Where's that other darn slipper? Oh, I got it.
Does he walk in his sleep or what?
Well, Bess says he never walks in his sleep.
Feet will be petrified again. Madison, too, I suppose.
Tell him what you told him yesterday, that he couldn't sleep and he just went out to shoot a little.
I'm so glad to see them. But I'll be so glad when they go this afternoon.
Me too. Oh, come on here. You know, he said a funny thing when I went out to get him yesterday.
I could stand a funny thing.
I'll get him one of these nights, he said.
I don't suppose poor Bess can sleep through this.
Let's see how she could. Better knock at her door and see if she's ready for some coffee, too.
Bob, what's wrong with Harry anyway?
Search me. I guess it's like Clothilde said. He just seems to have the shoots.
I'm sorry the weekend turned out like it did, dear.
No, it's all right. I thought it might work, too. And in a way, maybe it did work.
Well, it does seem good to be home. I mean, our own apartment and our own things, our own schedule.
Yeah, this is better. Another nightcap, Bess?
No, dear, but you go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll have one more splash and then turn in. Oh, golly, I'm tired.
Harry,
Oh.
why don't you sleep in my room tonight?
Well, you'd keep shaking me all night to keep me awake.
No, I wouldn't, dear. Only if you...
You're afraid to let me meet him.
Oh, I am afraid, Harry. Terribly afraid.
Well, why do you always think everybody else is better than I am? I can outshoot him the best day he ever lived.
That isn't what I meant about being afraid.
Furthermore, I have a modern pistol. He has to use an old-fashioned single-shot muzzle loader.
Is that quite fair, Harry?
What do I care if it's fair or not?
Oh, please don't be mad with me, Harry. Harry, I'm so unhappy.
I'm sorry, dear. Don't you worry about me, Bess. I'll be all right. I'll be fine. We'd better go up, dear. Now, please don't. Don't cry anymore.
Well, I'm trying to stop.
Sure. Now, good night kiss, darling. Everything's going to be fine. I'm ready to take care of everything now.
No matter what happens, I love you, Harry. I've loved you more every day we've had together. Kiss me again, dearest. Kiss me just once more.
Very well, Andrews. My code as a gentleman will permit no further insolence. If you insist upon ending it thus...
I do insist.
I assume your blindfold is secure.
I assume yours is.
And we have agreed upon 10 paces. Well, are you ready, fellow?
You bet I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You're his regular physician, are you, Dr. Fox?
That's right. I examined him only 4 or 5 days ago.
So the lady said. That's why we called you in. As long as he's been under treatment within 30 days, you just sign the death certificate and our office doesn't have to bother with an autopsy.
I understand. Usual procedure.
I know it's tough on you, Mrs. Andrews, the shock and all, but it's the way I hope it happens to me when the time comes. Peaceful, quiet, quick. In my own bed. Heart just quits.
You know, it's extraordinary. His heart was sound as a dollar when I examined him. Now it's just stopped, as if he'd been shot.
They'll go that way sometimes.
Dr. Fox. Look. Harry's right hand.
Clenched a bit, Mrs. Andrews. Nothing unusual.
But the 3 bottom fingers and the thumb. Like they were gripping a handle.
Rather, yes.
And see the index finger.
How it's curved. As if he were just about to press the trigger on a pistol.
Rigor mortis, Mrs. Andrews. The hands will take an odd position sometimes in rigor mortis.
Harry never even fired a shot. Aaron Burr killed him the way he killed Alexander Hamilton.
Mrs. Andrews, take it easy.
Aaron Burr shot him through the heart. I knew he would. I knew he would.
Doctor, what in the name
Oh,
of heaven?
poor Andrews. I should have done something at the time. This could even have been contributory.
I'm not too sure I follow you.
You see, she came in with her husband the other day. She spoke, and she acted most peculiarly. I should have done something.
But what is this Aaron Burr, Alexander Hamilton business?
Huh? Obsessive hallucination of hers. Mrs. Andrews very evidently suffers from one of the schizoid psychoses. Oh, yeah. I'm afraid she'll have to be committed.
Suspense, in which Mr. John Dehner starred in tonight's presentation of A Friend to Alexander. Be sure to join us again when we bring you another presentation of radio's outstanding theater of thrills. That's next time on Suspense. Suspense is produced and directed in Hollywood by Anthony Ellis. You have heard A Friend to Alexander, written by James Thurber and adapted for Suspense by Fran van Hartesveld. The music was composed and conducted by Fred Steiner. Featured in the cast were Paula Winslow, Ben Wright, Victor Rodman, Miriam Wolfe, Charlotte Lawrence, Joseph Kearns, and Larry Thor.
As national interest runs high in the conventions and the results, CBS Radio, which is broadcasting these important events, urges you to follow through, to make sure you're registered to vote next November. No matter which candidate you prefer, you are lost in making a choice unless you're registered to vote in a national election. Are you sure the rest of the voters in your family are? Make sure today. Registration laws vary from state to state. Make sure you're in the book. Stay tuned for 5 minutes of CBS News, to be followed on most of these same stations by My Son Jeep. Tonight, attend the Democratic Convention with the CBS Radio Network.
Suspense. And the producer of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, the master of mystery and adventure, William N. Robeson.
You are about to experience one of the most terrifying half hours in your entire life. Three Skeleton Key, starring Vincent Price. Oh, yes, I realize superlatives tend to lose their significance by overuse. How many times have you been promised that a story would be the funniest, or the most dramatic, or the most exciting, only to find that it failed to live up to its advertising?
The story you're about to hear is an exception. It is unconditionally guaranteed to chill your blood, unless you happen to love rats. We begin now with Mr. Vincent Price in Three Skeleton Key, a play well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Picture this place. A gray tapering cylinder welded by iron rods and concrete to the key itself. A bare black rock 150 feet long, maybe 40 wide. That's at low tide. At high tide, just the light rising 110 feet straight up out of the ocean. And all about it, the churning water, gray-green, scum-dappled, warm as soup. And swarming with gigantic bat-like devilfish, great violet schools of Portuguese man-o'-war, and, yes, sharks, the big ones, the 15-footers. And as if this wasn't enough, there was a hot, dank, rotten-smelling wind that came at us day and night off the jungle swamps of the mainland. A wind that smelled like death. Set in the base of the light was a watertight bronze door. And in you went and up, yes, up and round, past the tanks of oil and the coils of rope, cases of wicks, racks of lanterns, sacks of spuds and cartons and cans, and up, round and round. Over the light storeroom was the food storeroom, and over the food storeroom was the bunk room where the three of us slept. And over the bunk room was the living and cooking room. And over the living and cooking room was the light. She was a beauty, balanced like a ballerina on the glistening steel axle of her rotary mechanism. And at night you'd lie there on the stone deck of the gallery with her revolving smoothly and quietly over your head, easing her bright white eye 360 degrees around the horizon. You'd lie there watching to see that the feeders kept working, that everything ran right. And it wouldn't be bad. The other two fellows snoring in their sacks 2 levels down. You'd smoke your pipe to kill the stink of the wind. And it wouldn't be bad. About those other two, Louis and Auguste. What a pair. Louis, he was head man, was a big fellow from the Basque country, black beard, little hard black eyes, and a pair of arms that I tell you, those arms were as big around as my legs. Yeah, head man he was, and what word he let go was law. A silent fellow, and although I spent my first 2 weeks trying to strike up a real conversation, the most I could ever get out of him was...
I took up this profession because I don't like people. They talk too much. It's quiet work, light tending. Let's keep it that way. You understand? You're getting to be as bad as Auguste. I thought maybe...
That was Louis. And when he accused me of becoming like Auguste, I quieted down, because Auguste was the talkingest man I've ever met. The talkingest and the ugliest. He was hunchbacked, stood 4 feet high, had red hair and big blue eyes. It seems he'd been an actor in Paris.
Played in over 200 different productions, dear boy. At the Grand Guignol. Oh, but it was monstrous. Horrible. The way we used to scare the audience. I was hated. Yes. They used to throw things and hiss and bare their teeth at me. Well, finally it got too bad. I couldn't stand it any longer, so I gave up the theater. My nerves, you understand. Yes, I gave it up completely. I really did. I couldn't stand it any longer.
started one morning at 2:30. I was on watch, lying on the cool stone deck, pulling on my pipe, staring out at the blackness, the phosphorescent combers, and the big yellow stars, when out of the corner of my eye, I noticed something show up for a second. Something the light had touched, far off. I waited for her to come around again, and when she did, there it was. A three-master, a big one, about a half-mile off, and coming down out of the nor-northwest, coming straight for us. You must understand, our light was where it was for a very good reason. Dangerous submerged reefs surrounded us, and ships kept clear, but this one, this sailing vessel, was coming straight on. I went over to the gallery door and yelled, "Louis! Louis! What? Ship headed for the reef! Coming right up!" I had the glasses out now. Couldn't read her name, but I could see her quite plainly. All sails set, the foam creaming away under her bow, her beautiful lines. A Dutch ship, I guessed her. But why didn't she turn? Every time it passed, our light hit her with the glare of day.
Ship? Where?
Nor-northwest. The light will touch her in a moment.
Can't they see?
Look at her. She just keeps coming on.
The square heads.
What is it? What is it?
Watch nor-northwest.
I know what it is.
What?
The Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman.
She's derelict. That's it.
Derelict?
Abandoned. The crew left her for some reason or other, but instead of sinking, she's gone on, running before every wind.
She'll not run long. Not with these reefs to break her up.
A beautiful ship. Now, why would men leave a beautiful ship like that?
We watched her the rest of those black hours, heeling and rocking, pushed and pulled by every stray wind, every freak current. Watched her until the dawn came, till the sea turned from black to a pearly gray. And on she came again, heading for us. We all had our glasses trained on her now.
Auguste, you can kill the light.
Right, Chief.
She doesn't look so good by daylight. Do you think she'll ground this time? I say, do you think she'll ground this time?
This is impossible. Absolutely impossible.
Why?
Here, take my glasses. They're stronger than yours.
All right. What is it? I had to focus, and then my breath froze in my throat. The decks were swarming with a dark brown carpet that looked like a gigantic fungus, but undulating. And on the masts and yards, the guys and all, were hundreds, no, thousands, no, I don't know, an inestimable number of tremendous rats.
See them?
Yes, I see them.
Now we know why she's a derelict.
Yes, now we know.
What are you two doing? Here, give me a look.
Yes, give him the glasses. Take a good look, Chatterbox.
Huh?
Give you something to talk about.
She's still heading for us.
Yeah.
Look, if she's going to turn, she'd better turn soon.
Suppose she doesn't.
You mean suppose she piles up on the quay?
It's low tide.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Well, where's all the conversation? Auguste?
No!
Huh?
No!
She's still coming on.
Go away!
Turn.
Go away!
Turn, will you turn? I say, I pray you turn. Cracked up.
Rats! Look! On the water, like a carpet.
Swimming.
Sure, they're swimming. Those are ship rats.
They're swimming for the rocks.
The door below. It's open.
Yes, come on.
Down we went, racing down the stone stairs, taking them 3 and 4 at a time, scared. You can bet we were scared.
Auguste, you get the windows. Maybe they can climb. We don't know.
Right, Chief, but hurry! Hurry!
See them?
No. Oh, yes, I do, yes. Up at the other end of the rock.
Look at them.
Millions!
They smell us. Here they come. Close the door.
I can't! It's stuck!
Oh, here, let me...
You made it.
Holy. That was close.
One got in. Look, there.
We'll get him.
Watch it. Kick him.
Oh, what a brute.
It's as big as a tomcat. Bigger. His eyes were wild and red, his teeth long and sharp and yellow. He went for us, starving, ravenous. And we fought that one rat all over the room. It was believe me, I do not exaggerate. It was like fighting a panther.
Got him.
We'd better get aloft.
Yes.
We ran up the winding staircase. We passed the tiny windows of the various levels. And at every one was a thick, wriggling, screaming curtain of brown fur. I was ahead of Louis, and I dreaded each successive level. Suppose they had found a way in.
Oh, look at them. Oh, will you look at them?
It's a nightmare.
Will you look at them?
The air of the gallery was thick and fetid with the stink of them. The light was dim brown, filtered through the crawling mass that swarmed over the glass all about us. We could not see the sky. Nothing but them. Their red eyes, their claws, their wriggling, hairy snouts, and their teeth. The rats, they screamed and howled and threw themselves against the glass. They were starving, and we stood quietly, very, very quietly, in the center of the glass room, under our beautiful light. We waited.
What can we do? What can we do, Chief?
Take it easy, Yogish.
No,
Take it easy.
It won't do any good. It won't do any good to stand here and shake.
That's right.
Go away! Go away! Do you hear me? Go away this instant!
They won't go away. Not until...
Finish it, Chief. Not until what?
Not until they've been fed.
You can take just so much horror, and then you get used to it. And they were interesting to watch, you know. They couldn't understand the glass. They could see us and they could rush at us, but that thin, invisible barrier held them off, stopped them. From time to time, we caught a glimpse of the rocks below. More rats down there, swarming brown velvet in the bright tropical sunlight. And then the tide began to rise.
If only it had drowned some of them.
Shipwracks don't drown. You can't drown one of them.
Look, they're all climbing up the tower.
Yeah, this bunch around us is getting thicker.
Say, what's the time, huh?
6:15.
You've got first watch.
Yes,
Wake
that's
me
right.
at 10.
I will.
Come along, Auguste.
It was getting dark. One side of the room was lit a soft, filtered red. Sunset through the rats. Oh, very pretty. I set the wicks, checked my fuel, and then lit the lamp. It caught them, lit them in their gigantic wriggling web of pale, hairless bellies, twitching red tails, bright eyes. And then I started the rotary motor. The light drove them mad. As she swung slowly and smoothly about, she blinded them in the fierce stabbing bar of light, moving continually about, ever turning, ever touching, ever moving around, and they twitching and shuddering, eyes flaming when they were struck by the light, the bright light moving, and behind on the dark side of the room, so close, I dared not turn my back, but you cannot help turning your back when you are in a room made of glass. On the dark side of the room, you could not see them. but only their eyes, thousands of points of blank red light blinking and twinkling like the stars of hell. Louis relieved me at 10. But as you may imagine, I didn't get much sleep that night. And when I came up into the gallery early the next morning, there stood Auguste. He was bowing to the rats, waving his arms, and so help me, making a speech.
My dear audience, I am going to play once again that magnificent role which made me the toast of the Paris theater. Prelate, the evil genius of the medieval underworld. I am he who did guide the dark soul of the Marechal into the nether paths. Do not be frightened, little children. I will not hurt you much.
He kept turning. I stood staring at him, horror-struck, but he didn't notice me. The man had gone mad. He kept turning, telling his stories to all the rats, leaving not one out. Auguste! Auguste!
Another one, a latecomer. Take a seat on the aisle, dear Patrick.
Oh, stop it! Stop it! He didn't stop. He went on, bowing and scraping to the rats, his big blue eyes rolling and winking, his wild red hair waving about him. I grabbed him by the arm and slapped his face. He looked at me like a child, and then his face screwed up. He looked as though he were about to cry. Go below, Auguste. Go on.
Oh, very well, then. Later, my dear audience. Later. Matinee today.
Sure, he was crazy. But I guess we all were. A few hours later, he came back up and caught Louis and me teasing the rats. Yes, sounds horrible. It was fun. We would get right up against the glass and make faces at them. It drove them crazy. They would scratch away, trying to get in our eyes. Louis was even cuter about it. He'd pull a piece of bread out of his pocket and press it against the glass. The rats would scramble into a solid ball, fighting each other, clustering like grapes. From time to time, a whole knot of them would slip and fall 110 feet to the surf below.
Look at the sharks.
They're eating them.
No, those sharks are our friends. Here, I'll get another bunch together. Here, my beauty. That's it. Pile up. Kill each other. There they go.
Auguste joined in too. Oh, very ingenious Auguste. He learned that if he spread-eagled himself against the glass, they'd bunch and bundle against his figure. Then he'd leap back.
Look! My portrait in
It went on all day, and then I was lying in bed. It was about midnight. I was very tired, and I was just beginning to fall off to sleep when I became conscious of a new sound. I couldn't figure it at first. I got up, lit the lamp, and went to the window. Even as I looked at it, I saw one of the panes begin to sag in. They had eaten the wood away. Louis, come quick!
What is it?
They found a way in. I held the glass with my hand. Now they were all going crazy, and assured of the success of this maneuver, they were all nibbling away at the wood. Louis ran below and then returned with a large sheet of tin. We spread it against the window and hammered it into place. Even as we did so, I felt the heavy bodies thudding against the other side as the window gave way.
That ought to hold. If it doesn't, we're done for.
Rats can't eat tin.
No, they can't. What was that?
I don't know.
It came from below.
The storeroom window.
They're in. They're swarming up the stairs.
Drop the trap.
Like...
Two of them got in.
Go after them.
We didn't have to go after them. They came at us. I leapt to one side and grabbed a marlin spike, swung and smashed one in midair. I whirled to see Louis with the other. It had ripped his hand open and the blood was pouring all over the place. He held his hand aloft and kicked at the snarling rat. I stepped and swung and got him.
My hand! He's got my hand.
That's the both of them, Louis. I'll get you something to tie that up.
Blood, look at it, my blood. I'm bleeding.
Don't worry about it, Louis. Don't worry. Now, here, look. I'll wind this kerchief around it. It'll be okay.
Blood.
There.
Blood.
No, it's not bad, just the flesh.
My blood.
Then I became conscious of a new sound. They were gnawing their way through the wooden trap door. I watched the planks, fascinated, and even as I did, it began to give way. A bristling, whiskery snout showed through. Louis, we've got to go up. The next level was the living quarters and kitchen. I slammed the trap there, too, but it, too, was wood.
Oh, my blood. What are we going to do?
I don't know. They'll be through this one in a moment.
The gallery. The trapdoor in the gallery is metal.
Good. Come on. We made it. We lay across the trap, exhausted, while below us the rats took over the entire tower. I could hear them howling and fighting over our food supply, our water, our leather, and all about us the others screamed and glared in at us, swayed in a tangled mess, hypnotized by the ever-turning light. By morning, the air in the little room was horrible. To now, we'd been getting air from the tower below. Now that was sealed off, and so was all our food and water. We lay exhausted and panting, waiting, and the hours crawled on. I was almost dozing from fatigue when I saw a sight that brought me too fast.
Would you like to come in, my beauties? Will you? I hold the powers of life and death, and I can let you in, you know.
Auguste was standing by the glass, and in one hand he held a big wrench. He was tapping the glass gently, not quite hard enough to break it. I eased myself to my feet and slowly, very slowly, I tiptoed toward him.
All I have to do is tap just a little harder and...
I found a coil of wire in the toolkit and I trussed him up, fastened him to a stanchion in the center of the room. Louis was of no help. He lay on his side looking at his bloody hand, weak and sick as a baby. So there I was, a lunatic and a coward for company, and all about watching our little drama, the rats. The day dragged by. The supply boat wasn't due for another 12 days. I don't know what they could have done if they had come. And we had only one way of summoning them. That was to shoot off distress rockets, but the rockets were 4 floors below. And even if they'd been right there in the gallery, I couldn't have opened a window to fire them. That night I tended the light, but its flame was devouring our oxygen. The following day we lay, thirst-tormented, starving, waiting. The following night I again tended the light, but the small supply of spare wicking we kept in the gallery had become exhausted, and quite suddenly, at about midnight, the light went out.
There was nothing I could do. Wicks were stored 3 levels below. Nothing I could do, nothing. From time to time, I'd strike a match to see the clock. And when I did, it lit up the million red eyes about us, all about us, watching, waiting. Below it had grown quiet. They'd cleaned us out, and now they, too, were waiting. All waiting. And then the rats, quite suddenly, were silent. And then I heard it. And then I saw the sky and the stars. The rats were gone. I went to the glass. Out there on the water, a small freighter, a banana boat showing a few lights, came softly and innocently at us. The light was out. They didn't know. I wanted to open the windows, to call out to them, to warn them somehow, but I was afraid. What if the rats were hiding from me, tricking me? So I waited. She grounded very softly on a reef not 200 yards from the quay. Grounded so gently that the man playing the cornet, was he a passenger, a crewman off watch, didn't even stop playing. They tried washing her back off. I could have told them to save their fuel. The tide was rising, would have floated her free. And I waited. Well, that's all. That's the story. The sun came up and there wasn't a rat on the whole quay. Every last one of that terrible army had deserted us. Gone back to sea on their new ship. August? Insane asylum, he never recovered. Louis, they took him into Cayenne where he died of blood poisoning from his bite. Life on 3 Skeleton Key isn't bad these days. But sometimes, when I see a strange vessel approaching, I get a little nervous. Sure. Somewhere on the seas, there's a little banana boat without a crew. That is, without a human crew.
Suspense, in which Vincent Price starred in 3 Skeleton Key with John Daner and Ben Wright. Suspense was directed in Hollywood by William N. Robeson. 3 Skeleton Key was adapted by James Poe from the story by George G. Tuduz. Leith Stevens composed and conducted the original score. Sound pattern by Cliff Thorsness, Gus Bays, and Ray Kemper. George Walsh speaking.
Suspense is presented by the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
Suspense. And the producer of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, the master of mystery and adventure, William N. Robeson.
Everybody knows it is unwise to pick up hitchhikers.
It is especially unwise if you are young and pretty and driving a very powerful foreign sports car. You run the risk of losing your money, your car, your life, and possibly your heart, depending on the hitchhiker. Listen. Listen to Miss Barbara Whiting, starring in The Rim of Terror, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I don't know why I gave him a lift. Even now, with the terror gone like a half-remembered nightmare, I can't be sure why I stopped my big Mercedes on that lonely road in Nevada and gave him a lift. Maybe because he looked so bedraggled standing there, headless in the rain, by the side of the road. Maybe because he smiled grimly, almost with a sneer that was a challenge. I don't know. Anyway, I slammed on the brakes and he walked slowly up to the car. Torkel, my big husky, stiffened on the seat beside me. Quiet, Torkel.
So you decided I don't look like too much of a risk, huh?
Not at all. Please get in. You look very wet.
As a matter of fact, I am very wet.
Back seat, Torkel.
Torkel, is it? How are you, Torkel? Well, it's quite a dog. I'll bet he could easily kill a man.
He's really quite well behaved, and he wouldn't attack without orders.
You have made yourself quite clear. This is an impressive machine.
I love it, but I'm really not used to it yet. I just got it last week.
You drive it very well.
Thank you, but I don't really.
Where are we now?
Well, I'd say about 25 miles east of Winnemucca. You're new to this part of the country?
Yes and no. I've never seen that view before.
It's breathtaking. So much different from back home.
Back home?
Vermont. This is the first time I've ever been in the West, and I love it. The scenery is so...
Yeah, but this particular scenery doesn't appeal to me very much at the moment.
Why not?
I'd say that there's someone waiting for us down there. Look.
I looked. Far below on the valley floor was a fork in the road and an abandoned building. Near it was a black speck that looked like a wagon, and two smaller black specks that moved. Men, no doubt, though from here they looked like ants.
I'd suggest slowing down. Not much, though. I expect they are watching us through field glasses.
Who?
You let me out here.
What?
This cut hides us from them. Stop the car. Sorry, our ride together must end so soon. Now, don't be afraid. You have your dog sit on the front seat and keep him there until you are safe in Winnemucca.
I don't understand.
You know what a roadblock is?
A roadblock? Are the police after you?
Not the police of this country. Now, you just tell them that you haven't seen me and they'll pass you on all right, huh? Goodbye. Thank you.
He turned and started climbing the steep bank at the side of the road. He stopped halfway to the top and impatiently motioned me to go on. I slipped the car into gear. I motioned Torkel into the front seat and started down the pass into the desert valley. A couple of miles further, at the forks, the road was blocked by a black delivery truck. I was almost tempted to swing around it, but the man in the plastic raincoat who held his hand up so casually didn't look dangerous at all, so I came to a stop. Another man in a black raincoat was leaning against the truck, trying to clean the mud from his shoes. Across the panel of the truck was a sign that read, Nevada Public Opinion Surveys, Carson City. I felt a little silly for feeling scared a moment before.
Howdy, miss. We're making a traffic check.
Yes?
You mind answering a few questions? Only take a minute.
What do you want to know?
Well, now, let's see. Where are you from?
Vermont.
Vermont? Well, I declare. We don't get many tourists from Vermont. You come all this way all alone?
Well, I don't suppose you'd count my dog as a passenger.
Guess not. Although I always say a dog's a man's or a woman's best friend. Nobody else with you?
No.
Have you given any rides to hitchhikers?
No. Through the windshield, I saw the man in the black raincoat reach into the van. There was a smear of yellow paint on his raincoat, and the letters on the neat sign were blurred. It had been freshly painted, and the paint had rubbed off when he leaned against the sign a moment ago.
Well, even if you've given somebody just a short ride, we have to put it down. It's for the statistical average.
I'm sorry, but I've lost too much time already. I can't answer any more of your questions.
Let's quit stalling, Mr. Smith.
The man in the black raincoat was beside the car now, peering in over the interviewer's shoulder.
Somebody's been sitting in the seat next to Curlyhead there. You can see where the seat's wet.
Ma'am, you can see for yourself. You've had somebody sitting in that seat not very long ago.
My dog.
Your dog's dry as a bone, ma'am.
I'll search the trunk compartment. Maybe she's got him hid in there. Get her keys, will you?
Take your hand off the steering wheel.
Now, ma'am, just give me the keys.
Torkel? I had no idea the Mercedes had such power. It leaped forward under the accelerator. As I swung it around, clipping the front bumper of the delivery truck, skidding across the wet road, throwing a sheet of liquid mud over the two men. Through the rearview mirror, I could see them, running up the road after me, then stop and give up. I shifted into fourth and headed back up the mountain at 80 miles an hour. And then as I rounded the curve, there he was again, my passenger, laboriously clambering down the bank at the side of the road. He waved to me when he heard the car. And again, I don't know why I stopped. Maybe it was because he was limping now. Maybe because his figure looked so tiny and alone in all that vastness. Maybe it was because I remembered the cruel blue eyes of the red-haired interviewer behind his thick glasses. Anyway, again I stopped. Back seat, Torkel. Get in. I'm driving back to the main highway. I can take you into town that way.
I wouldn't have hailed you, only I twisted my ankle up there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What happened? Lose your nerve?
I'm afraid I did. After they saw the damp mark your suit had made, and the man reached for the ignition keys, I guess I lost my nerve.
Where was the third man?
There wasn't one.
Well, he must have been hiding. Was one of them red-headed with glasses?
Yes. The other one called him Mr. Smith. What's this all about? Who are they? Who are you?
Well, I suppose I owe you some kind of an explanation. My driver's license and army discharge say that I am Peter Whittlesey of Elko, Nevada, but they are very excellent forgeries.
Forgeries?
Well, yeah. You see, I was a spy.
What?
Yeah. I landed in San Francisco 3 days ago in the crew of a little Greek freighter. Mr. Smith met me, and his assignment was to get me from my ship to my new job.
Where? Los Alamos, New Mexico?
Naturally. I ducked him last night. Why are you stopping?
Get out.
Oh, look, how far can I walk on this foot?
Please, just get out.
When you picked me up, I was on my way to the police to give myself up. It's my only way to get away from them. You must believe me.
It sounds like a bad movie. Now get out.
Well, what about that bullet hole?
What bullet hole?
In the windshield.
What? Oh, I didn't see it before. Who?
My friend, Mr. Smith, of course.
I suppose I didn't hear the gun over the sound of the motor.
Do you believe me now?
Maybe I do.
You see, when you have been sent on a mission into a country by the left arm, you are not supposed to change your mind and go over to the other side. They don't like it.
The left arm? What's that, a fifth column?
Well, I suppose you could call it that.
How come you speak English so well if you're a foreigner sent here by the left arm?
Foreigner? I was born right here in Nevada, and this is the only way I could get back home. Now, please, don't make me get out. Take me to the nearest police station, will you? Please?
I suppose it was my New England conscience, or maybe just plain old curiosity. Or maybe, well, he was attractive. On the twisting downgrade into Winnemucca, I learned his story. How he'd been born in Nevada of Central European immigrant parents. How he'd been taken back to their homeland when he was a little boy. And after the war, had been educated by the new regime as an undercover agent. How he had passed every test and resisted every temptation his teachers offered in his one desire to return home to America.
And believe me, America is home. I was born here. I want to live here, work here, and to die here.
Do you think the police will believe you?
I don't know. Do you?
I want to, but it's a pretty wild story.
But it is true, every word of it.
I know it is. I feel it is.
Thank you. And now, tell me a little bit about you, poor little rich girl.
Don't let this beautiful car fool you. I came into a little money a while ago, and, well, It's the only extravagance I've ever indulged in my life.
Well, I must say, when you decide to be extravagant, you don't do it by halves. There's the city hall. The police station must be there. You can drop me here on the corner, and you won't waste any time getting through town. You know, I don't even know your name to thank you.
Elizabeth Whitehill.
I shall never forget it. Nor your face.
You're forgetting your coat.
Huh? Oh, thank you. My real name is Alex Peck. Well, I hope I shall see you again someday. Until then, you wish me luck?
I do, Alex.
Yeah. Goodbye. And thanks.
He turned and was gone, limping across the courthouse square, and I suddenly felt very much alone. I wanted to call after him, but of course I didn't. No, I slipped the Mercedes into gear and followed the main highway out of town. Ahead of me lay Seattle, and Charles. Good, safe Charles, who wanted to marry me. My little adventure was over, and I was glad. I kept telling myself I was glad while I munched on a sandwich in a roadside stand on the outskirts of town. I kept telling myself that I'd gotten off easy, but I kept thinking of those pale, vicious blue eyes of Mr. Smith, and the way Alex had slumped in fatigue like a very tired little boy. The sandwich lost its taste. I left it uneaten and started west once more for Highway 45 and the straight road across Idaho and Oregon for Seattle. And then a few miles further, Torkel nudged my arm. I glanced at him and slowed down. He had a wallet in his mouth, Alex's wallet. It must have dropped out of his coat as he left the car. He'd need it. It was part of the proof of his story. Without it, he might be delayed too long in that little police station in Winnemucca. But that really wasn't my problem. Let him worry about it. If I went back now, I would be involved forever and ever with this strange, dark young man whose tired face swam before my eyes. I swung into a side road, whipped into reverse, and straightened out on the road back to Winnemucca. There was no time to lose. I let the car out. 80, 90. I didn't know it had such speed. 100, 105 on one straight stretch. And then down to a cautious 55 as I entered the town limits, until I pulled up before the police station. Stay, Torkel.
Ma'am?
Are you the officer in charge here?
I'm Sergeant Helding.
I'm looking for Mr. Alexander Peck. I drove him here not more than half an hour ago. Mr. Peck left his papers in my car. I thought he might want them, so I brought them back.
He's gone, ma'am.
Gone?
Ma'am, you don't know how lucky you were. That fellow was a lunatic.
Lunatic?
Sure. His name is Peter Whittlesey from Elko. Nuttier than a fruitcake. He escaped from the Carson City Asylum last night. They came for him in a wagon.
A black panel truck?
That's right. Had Carson City State Asylum painted on the panels.
In fresh paint.
Pardon, ma'am?
Oh, you've made a dreadful mistake. That's the same truck that stopped me back at Indian Forks. It must be. You're one of the most stupid, incompetent ignoramuses that ever sent a man to be tortured. Yes, and perhaps murdered.
Now, ma'am, them's mighty hard words.
And I mean every one of them.
Now, ma'am, let's not have any sass out of you. You're too nice a gal to go around picking up strangers. Just run along now, ma'am. We're pretty busy here.
But you don't understand.
Understand you're wasting our time. Good day, ma'am.
Oh.
Just a minute, miss.
What?
That your car over there? That imported hot rod?
Yes.
Do you have any idea how fast you were going when you passed the airport?
Why,
I'll tell you. I was doing 90 on my motorcycle, and you walked right away from me. I've got a good mind to throw the book at you.
In just a moment, we will continue with Suspense.
On Sunday, December 16th, CBS Radio will recapitulate the news stories that impressed you most during 1956 on a special broadcast called The Big News of 56. In order to do so, we need your help. Please write us and let us know which of the year's developments had the biggest impact on you. Write to Big News of 56, care of CBS News, 485 Madison Avenue, New York, 22, New York. Do let us know as soon as possible so CBS News can know what you want to hear on the recreation of the big news of 56 on Sunday, December 16th.
And now, we continue with Miss Barbara Whiting in The Rim of Terror, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
He was tall and capable looking, this state trooper. He had a kind face, even if he was threatening to throw the book at me. So I told him the whole story, every bit of it, and he seemed to believe me.
All right, now look. That van can't go much faster than 50, 55. My bike can do close to 100. Now, we didn't run into the van coming into town from the north, so I guess it's traveling along the highway south to Reno or maybe to California. I can catch it and stop it, sure. So what? How do I know the guy isn't a lunatic and the van isn't on the level? I've got to have identification.
Why don't I follow you?
Yeah. If you can identify them as the men who stopped you and tried to shoot you, I got a case. I'll make them wish they'd never been born. Come on, let's go.
Once outside the city limits, the motorcycle leaped forward. I held the car at 60 until the officer was a half a mile ahead of me. Then I accelerated to keep the distance constant. The tachometer crept up to 4,500, 5,000, 6,000 revolutions per minute. The cars we passed were silent blurs, respectfully pulling to one side at the scream of the motorcycle siren. Then, down the shimmering surface of the road, miles ahead of us, appeared a lurching black speck. It was the van. The trooper waved his arm for me to slow down and swung alongside the truck. It was like watching a jerky movie from a great distance. Suddenly, the motorcycle swerved away, and the trooper was firing his gun. The van lurched into the ditch. The motorcycle slid across the road, throwing the officer onto the pavement. The man in the black raincoat stepped down from the van and walked toward the fallen trooper, stopped, and fired his gun. And then the trooper raised his arm and fired. The man in the black coat fell forward, caught his balance, and then slumped to the ground like a puppet with a broken string. I slipped into gear and drove up to the truck. The man in the black raincoat was lying on his back, staring sightlessly at the sky, a little red hole in his forehead. The trooper was sprawled out on the shoulder of the road, a trickle of blood from his chest soaking into the sand. Another man was slumped against the wheel of the van. They were all dead. And neither of the two men from the truck was Mr. Smith. Neither had pinkish red hair. Mr. Smith wasn't there. Mr. Smith still lived to avenge and pursue. But somebody else in this silent scene of death was alive. Somebody inside the truck was scratching at the bolted door. I opened the back doors of the van. There he was. There, strapped in a straitjacket, was Alex. It wasn't until I'd untied him and had him safely out of the truck that I became faint.
It's all over. This part, at least. There's no reason to shiver and shake.
I can't stop.
It's shock. Now, let's pick up the pieces. How did you get here?
I found your wallet.
Go on. Make yourself talk.
You dropped it into my car. I thought you'd need it at the police station.
Are you well enough to drive that machine of yours?
I think so. Where?
That depends on what happened to Mr. Smith.
Where is he?
I haven't the slightest idea, but he is looking for us. You can be sure of that. You've got to get away from here.
All right. I'm ready. Come on.
Wait a minute. What happened to you?
What do you mean?
That red stain on your jacket, is that blood?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
The cans of paint in the back of the truck. When you untied me, you must have spilled one. Take it off.
Why?
You want people to ask questions? Come on, get in, start the motor, and give me that jacket.
What are you going to do?
Hitch it. There's a car coming. Now, come on, let's go. Good. It's in a dip about a couple of miles back. They didn't see us.
My mother knit that jacket for me.
Good, then you know where you can have it replaced. Where are you headed?
We'll drive straight through to Seattle.
Seattle? Too far.
No, listen. My friend in Seattle, Charles Matthews. He'll know what to do. He has connections, even in Washington.
He may not be too willing to help me. Under the circumstances, I could hardly blame him.
Charles is bigger than that.
I wonder.
2 hours later, we were 120 miles near Seattle. and filling the gas tank at a lonely motor court set in a clump of scraggly pines.
Here's a thirsty bush you got there, ma'am. Took almost 20 gallons.
Yes, it was nearly empty.
That'll be $5.28.
Will you cash a traveler's check?
Sure will.
All right, just a... Alex.
What?
My traveler's checks. They were pinned inside my jacket. The jacket you threw away. We'll have to go back.
Do you have any idea what that piece of road will be like now? Half the population of Winnemucca driving out to see where that gun battle occurred.
But, Alex, that's all the money I have in the world.
You can stop payment on them. You can get your money back.
But now, right now, I've only got $1.75.
Now, let's see what I have in my pocket. Well, now, $2 silver. A lot of chicken feed. Yeah, we can make it with $half to spare. Here you are, young man.
Thank you. Come again.
How are we going to get to Seattle on 50 cents?
At the moment, I haven't the slightest idea.
This tank full of gasoline won't take us half the way.
You could phone your boyfriend, Collect, tell him we are strapped, and ask him to wire you some money, huh?
I couldn't ask Charles for money.
Why not?
You wouldn't understand.
Well, if you don't want to ask him for money, don't. I'll figure out something.
Like robbing a bank?
Maybe.
With your training, that shouldn't be too difficult.
Perhaps.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was unkind of me. Why do you suppose we're bickering like this?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Haven't you?
No.
Neither have I. Payette, Idaho was the first big town. It was dark when we got there. Alex told me to pull up in front of the hotel.
You can get a room and a hot bath while you're putting in your call to Charles.
I can't get a room for 50 cents.
Look across the street. That's what I've been waiting for.
What?
A pawn shop. My watch should be good for a few dollars. It's Swiss. International currency, you know. Swiss watches. Now beat it. Get a bath. I'll take Torkel with me and call you in your room in half an hour. Come on, Torkel.
The hotel clerk showed me to a room on the second floor. It wasn't a very quiet room. On the corner beneath my window, the people of Payette were celebrating Old Timers' Day. They had set up a kangaroo court and were trying their fellow townsmen who had failed to cooperate by refusing to raise beards and wear pioneer clothes. But I couldn't waste time watching the fun. I had to get through to Charles. I placed the call and started the bathwater running when there was a knock on the door. Who is it?
Here are your towels, ma'am.
As I unbolted the door, I happened to glance into the bathroom. There on the rack above the tub, fluffy and white, were my towels. I tried to push the door shut, but it was too late. Mr. Smith shouldered into the room. I started to shout for help, but the sound never came. He hit me in the pit of the stomach with his fist, and I fell across the bed, gasping for breath, as the phone started to ring. I couldn't move. I couldn't make a sound. I lay there with the wind knocked out of me, watching Mr. Smith as he picked up the receiver.
Hello? How much delay? Well, just a minute. I'll ask my wife. She says to cancel the call. We'll try later, thank you. Now, young lady, no monkey business. You try to yell and I'll cut off your wind for good. You two, you and Peck, have caused me a deal of trouble. You shouldn't have done that.
How did you find it?
The left arm never fails. Where's Peck?
I don't know.
I'll wait for him here. He's sure to return for you.
I had to get to Alex. I had to warn him. The bathroom door was open. Smith was holding my arm. For a moment, he relaxed his grip. I swung away from him and threw myself into the bathroom, pulling the door shut and locking it. I expected him to shoot through the door, and I ran to the window, ready to jump. But it wasn't necessary. There was a rickety fire escape. I crawled through and ran down the shaky stairs, dropped 6 feet to the mud, and ran around the corner of the building, toward the Old Timers' kangaroo court on the corner. And there was Smith coming toward me through the crowd. He reached his hand out.
Well, sir,
I whirled around and shouldered my way through the crowd to the table where the announcer was sitting at his microphone.
Well, Mr. Tatum, just goes to show you don't raise a bid, you pay a fine. What's that fine, Judge?
$5. Suspended for the president of the bank. Well, Mr. Tatum, I tried to be easy on you, but the jury of your peers...
Please help me.
Oh, hello there, miss.
Give me your microphone.
Now, just a minute, miss. You can't interrupt the proceedings.
Please, it's a matter of life or death.
Well, now, just...
Alex, stay where you are. They found me. Again, Smith came for me. He and a big man with a beard. And then a tawny streak tore through the crowd. Torkel! He had heard my voice. He ripped the big man's leg. He jumped for Smith's throat. But before he reached it, the man with the beard pulled out a revolver.
going on here? What is that?
And Torkel lay there quiet.
Mad dog! Mad dog!
I tried to bend over him, but I knew it was no use. He was dead. And Smith had me now, holding me.
I told her that dog was sick.
Your dog?
Yes. To see her, you'd think my wife cared more for the dog than she did for me. I told her 12 times that dog was sick.
Let me go. I'm not your wife. Listen to me, please. You people, this man is a spy, a monster. He's trying to kill me.
Listen to her. Go on, folks. Listen to her. Drunk. Dead drunk. Such a thing to say about your own husband. Now, I declare. Now, I'm going to take you on home to the ranch and put you to bed. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Now, wait a minute there. Just a minute.
What?
Maybe you don't know, but I'm the county veterinarian, and you can't leave that dog dead in the street. According to law, we got to make an examination of any dog, dead or alive, suspected of rabies. Now, you get that dog in the police wagon.
But my wife...
I don't care about your wife. She wasn't bit. You say you own that dog? Well, your friend here was bit in the leg, and you was scratched on the arm. Now, you get that dog in the wagon, and you follow him.
Now, look here.
Now, you look here. That's the law. Now, get. Or do you want a little help from the rest of these good citizens?
Smith loosened his grip. I turned and edged through the crowd, which was moving in on him and the bearded drunk. I got to the fringe, to the open street, and ran toward the car. And there, coming toward me, was Alex, coming from the pawn shop. Alex alive. Oh, limping but alive. Alex! Alex, oh, my dear.
Get in the car, quick.
Torkel! They killed Torkel!
Get in. You tell me about it later. You've got to get away from here.
Smith said he was a mad dog. They're holding him. They said he'd have to have a rabies test because he was bitten.
Good. We'll call the FBI from the next town. I've got enough for the watch to buy gas to get us to Seattle. Did you reach Charles?
No, Smith got into the rooms. He hit me.
Now, you tell me about it later. Now, slow down. Here's the highway signs. San Francisco left. Ah, there we are. Seattle right turn. Hey, I said right.
You said San Francisco left.
Yes, but...
We're not going to Seattle.
Well, what about Charles?
Who's Charles?
But I only got $20 for the watch.
I think I can get a little more for the car in San Francisco.
Hey.
Go to sleep, darling. You must be worn out. I don't know why I gave him a lift that day, but I'm awfully glad I did.
Suspense, in which Miss Barbara Whiting starred in The Rim of Terror, adapted for radio's outstanding theater of thrills by William N. Robeson, from the novel by Hildegard Teilhett. Listen. Listen again next week when we return with another tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. Ben Wright supported Miss Whiting as Alex. Others in the cast included Joe DeSantis, Byron Kane, Junius Matthews, Tony Barrett, and Bill James. The original musical score was composed and conducted by Lynn Murray. Sound patterns by Ray Kemper and Gus Bays. Suspense is produced in Hollywood under the direction of William N. Robeson.